Tribe, yours truly, Ivory. Ivory's Raw Tarot. It's right back live. Now let's see if they're going to allow me to do something here. So give me a second, folks. As some like to say, we're all gonna have to eventually get used to. We're going to be forced in many cases to get used to the new norm. Hold on. Mic check. Mic check. Okay. I'm trying to hear through this monitor. Alright, this other device. I appreciate y'all being patient with me. There's a reason why that other live stream froze up, and it wasn't because of something that I did or technical difficulty. It may look like it, but it wasn't, I promise you. All right. So let's go ahead and jump back to this. Y'all just give me a second here. I'm figuring out some stuff here. But I want y'all to pay attention to the setup. Once I can get it set up. All right, I had to go live in order to do this. Give me 1 second, 1 second, 1 second. We just get used to the new norm around here. And some of y'all, you're going to see exactly what I'm talking about in months coming. Some of y'all going to go to your job soon, tomorrow, I don't know, whenever. It's going to be totally different. You're going to be questioning, why is we doing this like this? We never did this like this here before. So why is we choosing to do it now? Give me a second, y'all. Coming in loud and clear. If you don't pay attention to anything else that I said, pay attention to the title. That was the main thing. I'm trying to get enough space here now to where I have enough to place a spread. All right, so y'all just give your boy a second. Work with your boy. We're gonna get this card of the day out of here. Getting used to the new norm. All right. It's called positioning. Look at that. See how he messing with me? That's all right. Look at that. Got him right back. All right. We got a Sag in reverse. Or 9th house upside down. Somebody ain't going no damn where. Ain't no luck. I don't know. All right. Part 2. This live stream is intended for information, clarification, confirmation only. So take what resonates, vote, ignore the rest. Always follow your own divine intuition, especially when you make life-changing decisions. Got that? All right. So we were at the point of getting our card of the day. So let's see if they're going to allow me to do that. Appreciate you coming back in to me. What's up? All right. We're trying to get used to the new norm around here. And the reason why I'm doing this here now, like this here, is because you got people out here. You got AI out here now, folks. Everything that you put, everything that you do in terms of social media, in terms of being outside, in terms of being in public, in terms of whatever, be careful where your picture, because eventually you ain't gonna have to worry about your picture being out there, because when you go outside, everywhere you go, it's gonna be a camera. That's why they need these data centers. They need these data centers, folks, your government, because they got to control. Because all they need is a foreigner, a foreign adversary, or a foreign country to have control of the first narrative when it comes to these cameras. Privacy. There's no such thing no more as privacy. You can kiss that goodbye. The age of privacy is over with. If you got a picture and you don't want it to be out there, be careful. When you make sure you ain't got devices in your bathroom, in your bedroom, where you don't want nobody to. You keep your devices out of your private space, because everywhere is watching. You got it. You don't want nobody to know nothing. Don't say nothing. Don't do nothing. You got me. Because the moment people start catching up with this artificial intelligence, it's going to be too late. And like I was saying, by the end of next year, I would say about 18 months from now, at least, at the max, you could look at 25 to 30% unemployment. I didn't say 10 years from now. I didn't say 5 years from now. I said by the end of next year, as they're getting ready to roll into 2028, you could be looking at 25 to 30% unemployment because of the AI. Bottom of the deck, what you gonna do? So we've seen 2 swords, that's 2 aces to me. And now we're looking at 2 pentacles. That's 2 aces to me. And as I'm still getting myself figured out with my new lineup, y'all just bear with me. That's all y'all gotta do. Just bear with me. It's going. I gotta find that sweet spot. Boom. There it is. There go the sweet spot. So now I got something to work with. Create balance to build wealth and success. Prioritize adaptation, balance. I'm gonna tell you something. Look at that. They wanted me to drop the whole day. It's gonna take major changes for a lot of people that they're not gonna be able to adapt to. Card of the day, February the 27th. We got the King of Pentacles. That's a beautiful card of the day. Hold on. We're trying to get this here camera off still. And once I get my little spots, boom, sweet spots, I'll be good. Hold tight. It's a delay in the camera. There it is right there. King of Pentacles, card of the day. Bottom of the deck. You gonna look who behind the deck. Look who behind. On the bottom. Waldo. Waldo. Just hold on, y'all. It's gonna get better. We got the 5 of Cups. Overall energy is stuck. That ain't got nothing to do with you. Let me tell y'all something. It's two. How can I say it? There's 2 messages. Well, there's 2 storylines going on here at the same time. Just hold on. There's an AI side and then there's a personal side. Somebody is going to have to get their stuff right. How about that? You're not going to be able to help everybody. When it comes to this here iBot invasion, folks, I don't know if that's the reason why they shut me down. Excuse the chair, because I'm having to move at a different angle to see two different from two different angles, and I'm trying to keep everything intact so that y'all can be able to see the cards as they come out. Okay, so that's my goal. Eventually, I have it perfected, so to speak. For right now, just give me a second. I have it all together for long, I promise you. It ain't gonna take me long to figure it out. All right. Card of the day is the King of Pentacles. You see what the cards say. You are solving issues in a practical way. And because of that, in this Emperor energy, because of that, in this star energy, there's some people that as we move forward in this here age, as they say of AI, that's not going to get it. They not going to prepare themselves. Let me tell y'all something. Most people will be shocked to see where they are in life in the next 2 years. They're going to be shocked. You're going to be shocked. People are going to be shocked at how far behind they are. I'm just being honest with you, folks. And for those of us, King of Pentacles energy, who took a more practical approach of preparing ourselves for the future, you're going to be good. So it's like looking at the world from a different perspective. That's how you see things now. You don't see things going forward as of today, right? You're not sad. You're not, how can I say it? This is not you. This is somebody else. And if I have to stick to my storyline when it comes to preparing for the future, or the right now, because the future is now, there's some people that you're going to have to leave behind. There's some people that's going to feel like they missed out on an opportunity with you, but that's not your fault, because everybody has the same opportunity. So our card of the day, seeing life from a more practical perspective. And you're not going to, it's almost like, folks, I'm going to tell you, it's almost like a military mindset going in the future, because you're not going to be able to help everybody, and everybody can't come. I'm going to tell you something. You're going to find more and more people that are preppers, people that are focused more on surviving. You're going to find more and more people on the move. Let me tell you something. It's like you got to face the future with two different perspectives simultaneously, understanding that there's this simulation, there's this bubble, there's this matrix, there's this AI that's going to exist, that's going to affect everybody. So you got to focus on that perspective. How can that benefit you? And then you're going to have to focus on the aspects of this here same situation as being detriment for a lot of other people. And how you position yourself will be the balance of you being able to help folks who did not position themselves. I hope I'm making some sense. So it's like, remember when we saw the star and we saw the emperor, right? Okay, so there's going to be people that they're not going to get it. They're going to wait too late. And then there's going to be some now that are preparing themselves because why? They know it's coming. And with this eighth house as being the reason why we're here today, that's Pluto energy. That's death in general, sex, taxes, what have you, inheritance or whatever. It's Scorpio energy. Things coming to the surface, right? Having a totally different perspective on making practical decisions. But these practical decisions is what's going to pay off in the future for some people. You're going to be the one that's going to have to help. There's going to be some of y'all that's going to have to help people to navigate through this AI shit, this matrix. If you are a humanitarian type of individual, meaning that you care about humanity, you're going to find yourself helping a lot of people that's not in the position to help themselves. I had to realize where I am, and that I no longer can think in this energy. I can't be sad, missing out on opportunities because of me trying to help other people who refuse to see themselves. I'm out of that energy. You might see me somewhere out in the middle of nature in the future. Because I understand you got these days, you got to go with the flow. You're going to have 9 zones, folks, in every metropolitan major city. In every state, there are going to be 9 state zones. In every city, 9 zones. Every state, 9 zones in each state. There's going to be 9 areas in this country, folks. I'm just calling them zones right now. That they're going to try to channel the majority of the population in this country. Then you're going to have 9 nations or 9 zones globally. But all this shit's going to fail. So, because once people realize that, wait a minute, we've been hoodwinked. They want us in a box. And it's going to be the mind, the consciousness of people that they're not going to be able to control. And more people are going to start coming together because the control is going to be crazy. The control is going to be crazy. In your personal life, in your personal life, you're not going to be able to help everybody. I'm telling you. For some of y'all, it's going to be family. Some of y'all, it's going to be friends. Some of y'all, it's going to be former lovers. Regardless, you're not going to be able to help everybody. And I am trying my best to keep these cards in sync with. Just hold on for a minute, y'all. We're going to work this thing. All right. Let's go back. Don't worry. I want y'all to see it. We ain't got to remember we used to do it like this here. Remember y'all used to then always. And I'm going to get it better. Whether you are a Virgo, a Libra, or Sag, it doesn't matter. That's not what's important. Now we can go right here. I'm going to have it down packed for long. Yeah, I am. Right now, we're going to work with what we got. Card of the day, King of Pentacles. We're going to clarify this. So we got Sun, we got Leo energy. I'm trying to tell you now. A whole new practical approach. Here we go. A new start. We got the Aries energy. All right, so card of the day is this King of Pentacles. And I really feel like this is how somebody's feeling right now. I'm telling you, whether it's a Sagittarius or an Aries, it doesn't matter. I keep getting the same. Let me pull this before the cut, before I cut them up. This is what you had. You had Temperance before the cut. And you had the Emperor. Right back where we started from. We just added on the Emperor, the Temperance. I got double Sag right here. I got Aries. I got somebody that's trying to straighten themselves up. Trying to get their lives together, if I want to say it from that perspective. But I still got big head. Right back to where I started from, the Emperor. All right. Now let's give it a cut. Spirit, clarify this card of the day. This is the King of Pentacles. So we're going to have it just like we did. We ain't going to go long, man. I'm going to start shortening these videos. All right. Clarify this here King of Pentacles. We have what? What do we have here? Hold on for a second. I got you. Clarifying this King of Pentacles. And I want to be able to, so you can see it. Look there. See that? You used to be like this. But you're not like this no more. It's 5 of Cups again. Bottom of the deck. You used to be like that. You're not like that no more. We got the Ace of Pentacles. And then behind that is going to be the 8 of Wands, Sagittarius energy. The main point that I want to make with this energy right here, this King of Pentacles energy, let me make sure I got it in the right alignment. This King of Pentacles energy, this 5 of Cups, this is your card of the day energy. The main point I want to make is you are making decisions. This is a decision maker. This is somebody who solves issues by using a practical approach. Right? In other words, how can you be generous with yourself when it comes to other people? I'm showing you stuff here. There's nothing to hide here. But what you're learning is you can't always help everybody. So Spirit don't want you to get caught up. When I'm talking about the future is now. I'm talking about you can't get sad because people that you might care about in this 3 of Cups, family, friends, lovers, whoever, you can't be sad in this here energy, in this here AI, y'all. In this new whatever, this new reset, going forward. You can't be sad. You can't be in this energy of missing. Because I'm going to tell y'all something. I promise you, you're going to start seeing changes overnight. The shit's going to move so fast. If by the end of next year, 25 to 30%, 25 to 30% of the people in this country is going to be struggling when it comes to regular income and a job. And who are they going to depend on? The government. For those of you who know how in combat situations, okay, somebody you care about, somebody you've been battling with, somebody y'all have been in the trenches together, or whatever the case is, and then one of y'all fall behind, or you get unalive, metaphorically speaking, or what have you. Those that are able to get over it faster in this new age of AI, if you will, artificial life, move on. Those of us who are able to move on, it's going to benefit you in the long run. You can't be sad about the past or people who did not get themselves together. Hey, y'all out here chasing beef between 50 Cent and T.I. and all of this here. Why? Behind the scenes now. Your government is up to some more shit. Your government is up to some more stuff. It's having a different perspective, looking at the world from a different perspective. It's what the cards say. I ain't hiding nothing. That's the thing about AI. You're going to have more gaslighting in the future. Right now. More lies, more delusion. You're going to be seeing videos that's going to look so real that if you wasn't careful, it'll deceive anybody. You're going to see, the world's going to see, everybody going to see the second coming of Christ in the sky or online. And so many people going to believe it. I wasn't supposed to say that. But I can't help but speak the truth as a hierophant. I can't help but speak the truth as an emperor. You're going to have people, folks, that's going to be deceived by what they see. But for those of us who see life, simulation, in a different perspective, is what the cards say. What are you not seeing that is right in front of you? It's clarified with 8 of Wands. You don't have to be a Sag, but we got heavy Sag energy with this here 9th house. So somebody is refusing. A lot of people, 80% of the people in this country, is not going to be prepared for what's to happen, what's getting ready to happen. That's happening right now. The change. No money. This is all future, folks. And for those of us that's ready, you're going to have to help a lot of folks. That's why you saw the star energy. We got this Temperance underneath the Hangman now. And the 3 of Wands underneath this 8 of Wands. That's a new start with this here Ace of Wands right here. Some people are waiting on, and look what we right back at the Emperor. All I'm trying to see, some people are going to be stuck in the past. Ain't nothing they could do. And you're going to be the one that have to help people to free themselves from governments and institutions. I can't make this shit up. If it's pertaining to a masculine or a person, you're going to have to leave some people behind. You're not going to be able to help everybody. It's gonna almost like be like, as of today, you're gonna have to focus more on helping yourself. Going forward, folks, helping yourself. You're not gonna be able to help everybody. I'm telling you. That's somebody them by themselves, helping themselves. Somebody helping themselves. Now watch this here. While you helping yourself, there's gonna be other people that you're gonna realize you can't help them. There's no hope here. There's no hope here. There's no hope here. You're gonna have to be the lion in your own life, so to speak. You're gonna have to be the person that stay focused and in control. You're gonna have to see everything different, because some people are not gonna get it going forward, folks. I promise you. Ain't nothing you can do about it. Nothing. Everybody is not gonna make it on this round. I'm just being honest with you. Everybody's not gonna make it this time. And what I mean by not gonna make it is you can only help so many people. Because when you think about what I'm talking about, because if I go into a lot of detail, they're gonna block me. And I really wanted to focus more on this here AI. But they know how to shut down the algorithm right there in your face, and ain't shit you can do about it. In the future, folks, the truth is not what people gonna want to hear. The majority of the people in the future, they're not gonna want to hear the truth. However, in the near future, a lot of people that are about to wake up and go through some kind of spiritual awakening. They're gonna blow their minds, because it's gonna like all make sense that been lied to. Here's opportunities for some of y'all. If you stay grounded and focused in the long run, you can be financially so stable that you're gonna have to help other folks. It's almost like the universe is positioning certain people and trusting certain people with wealth in the future, because you're gonna have people on here that's gonna use AI for greed and how they can scam. Right? I'm serious. And so it's gonna have to be people like you, people like me, so to speak, to really help people in the future. Because so many things is gonna happen so quick. I don't know how to explain it other than with these here flashcards, y'all call tarot cards. It's gonna happen real quick. And like I said, whatever it is, some people gonna go to work one morning, one afternoon, one evening, one night, and everything is gonna be changed. For those of you who work for the government, I promise you, a lot of those jobs will no longer exist. I'm telling you. The scary part of all of this here is we don't have no control over it. The only thing you're going to have control over, folks, in the future is going to be you. And a lot of folks is not going to have control over their thoughts. It's being replaced with AI. Now, for those that likes to scam and scheme and connive and steal, this is going to be a golden opportunity for theft of identity. And it's just, you have to just really, really just be paying attention, because it's going to be stuff that's going to seem so real. Informations, emails, phone calls, conversations. You're going to actually think that you actually talking to a person that you know. And you'll be talking to a artificial voice that sounds real. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm not one that likes to. I'm not afraid of nothing. But when you can walk out of your physical door in the future and look outside and see all these drones above your head, and see iBots. I just say iBots. And see all this stuff out in your street, at your grocery stores. Your cashiers you ain't gonna have no humans. People fixing your food are not gonna be human. You're not gonna even to go and just walk. I'm telling y'all now, get ready. Because when you think of so much theft in the retail industry, looting and all this shit, just imagine when they ain't gotta have no product in you gonna have to go online shop. You ain't gonna be able to go. You ain't gonna have to go to Walmart. They'll let you do it for a little while. Eventually, you're not gonna be able to go to Costco. You're not gonna be able to go unless you got something that says a seal, a mark that gives you access to that building, and you would have had to agree to the terms of AI. See, there's no security right now for this shit. There's no regulation, no government. So it's a dog-eat-dog world starting out. Every man for himself. Every woman. You got CEOs and companies that, if I got 500 employees, right, and it's costing me so much money for healthcare. Just imagine just having a robot or an iBot. How much I save, because I don't have to put no healthcare insurance on. If anything, I can put life insurance on these here robots. Why? Because if something happens to one of them, and I paid $25, $30, $100,000 for each one time though, I want to be able to replace it. So the company that's making these bots, they are going to be the ones that's filthy rich in the future. However, the humans, one day I'm gonna come back and do another video, but the humans, there's gonna be an evolution and a revolution in this here AI world. Humans against tech. And the more these here bots start catching up with humans in terms of feelings and emotions and manipulation, and then surpass, it's a wrap. Just think now, you got Bill Gates still here. You still got all these evil ass people. You still got Funky Five Fauci. They still here, y'all. They ain't locked up now. We done missed out on that. You got some evil people You got people in these files that are not dead, including the head dude. They still here, folks. If they not here, they've been programmed. They got a clone. They got a replacement. The whole 9 yards. They're going to be able to take your DNA. They're going to be able to take people's faces and people, download people's thoughts and so on and so forth, and create somebody that looks just like Ivory, a clone of me, and be here on social media. Y'all, some of y'all gonna think it's me, but you'll know when it's me, and you'll know when it's not me. I know when it's you. I know when it's not you. Card of the day: you are solving issues in a more practical way because you're seeing from a different lens. Hangman, different perspective about life now. You've had to make some adjustments. You can't lose sleep. You can't be sad about people that you have to leave behind. This is the future, North Node. This is endings, Pluto. This is work. This is justice. This is fairness. Some making it, some not. Even in the clarifying position of you making practical decisions, things of that nature pertaining to uh, abundance, your approach to life, period. Just being realistic. Again, some of y'all, there are going to be people that's not going to be able to move on into this here Ace of Pentacles and this here Eight of Wands. Because I got the Eight of Wands as Sag energy, but it's in reverse. There are some people that's not going to be able to come with you. If I was to put this in reverse, that you're going to have to leave behind. Some of these people are going to be close people, family, friends, lovers, Three of Cups, children, Two of Cups. They're not going to be able to go. Because how you see the world is totally different than the way they see it. How you see the world now is totally different than the way other people are going to see it. So we're at the crossroad. Check your ninth house placements. What's interesting is the reason why we're here in this affected energy, the North Node and then the eighth. So this is life changing. This is stuff for those of us in the world that we live in, America, whatever you want to call it. There're going to be some life changing things that's forced on us, changes that's forced on us. I'm serious. In the near future, that you're not going to have any control over. For some, it's going to be for the better. For some, it's going to be some sad days in the future. Because everybody's not going to want to change or go along with change. Adapt to change. And some of us are in the near future. When it comes to the work is going to be scarce. Very scarce. Very scarce. A lot of people are not going to be able to go to work in the near future because there's not going to be no job to go to. People are not going to be going to churches, folks, in the near future. Why? Because of the hangman. A lot of people with these changes are going to have a totally, a lot of us is going to have a whole total way of seeing things in life, a whole total perspective of life and the world that's around us because of how things are changing. I can easily see myself having been prepared now for many, many years now, just waiting to see what happens when we I have to go in survival mode, so to speak, meaning that if you in these here, let's say like Houston, I would not sit here and tell you honestly that for the rest of my physical life, I'm going to be here in the city limits of Houston, Texas, and Harris County. If I told you that, I'd be lying to you. Why? Because I don't want to be in one of those zones. And what type of zones am I talking about? If you in an area where 80% of the people around you don't even have a place, a roof, a job, a source of income because of the future and because of these iBots, you are in a position that you're going to be finding yourself in a lot of these here forced labor lines where you're going to have to go out and work, not the bots. You have to go out and work for daily rationing, just for things. And then some people will have to go far distances just to get food. It's going to be a sad time, folks. I can take what Spirit shows me. I can take what I see. I can take a lot of things and just try to bring it to the forefront, so to speak. Some people are going to feel better sleep in the future than awake because when they're asleep or when they're praying or when they're meditating, right? You're not worried about food. When you sleep, you're not worried about what you're going to eat. When you're meditating, you're not worried about what you're going to eat. When you're praying, you're not going to be worried about what you're going to eat. You're not. And most people are not prepared for this. It's going to be a struggle, folks. It's going to be a struggle for even just families to even make ends meet. I'm telling you, there's a lot of Virgo energy. There's a lot of Scorpio energy. There's a lot of Neptune energy. There's a lot of fire element. They're going to be uprisings. Card today, King of Pentacles. Seeing life from a totally different perspective. You get a soul journey message. And we're done. Card of the day, the King of Pentacles. Clarified by the Five of Cups. Overall energy is the Hangman. A lot of people don't see this coming. Soul journey message, Spirit. Wow. Let's get us a soul journey here. A lot of grieving energy. I'm serious with this Five of Cups and this grief on the bottom. I'm telling you, freedom. You know, the positive side of this here change, this AI stuff and all this here, whatever's getting ready to happen, folks, I'm telling y'all, it's going to set some people free because one thing about this here technology, as they call it, is how you interacting with it. what are you asking these artificial bots, right? Because that, number one, just like I said in the labor force, you ain't got to worry about a robot calling in. You ain't got to worry about a robot fighting. You ain't got to worry about a robot stealing. You ain't got to worry about a robot this. You ain't got to worry about an iBot this, right? But one thing you do have to worry about is, what if somebody hack and break into your system and tell your robots not to work, not to do this, not to do that, not to do this? You're in trouble. Happiness. I'm going to tell you something. There's going to be a lot of people in the near future that what they meant to hurt us is going to free us. If you was to, in the age of AI, if you were to ask AI, part of my little task test, my first task test, and I'm not going to go through with this whole course because I see where it's headed in the future. Part of it was for me to see what this technology is like personally. So I took a picture of myself for my first assignment, and I wanted AI to tell me how I would, give me a feature, AI, give me an image, give me what I would look like as an emperor, somebody that's in control of my life, not a physical emperor in terms of physiology, what my mindset would be like as an emperor in 2026. What would happen if I take control of my life? How would I look? Happiness and adversity. Card of today, Soul's Journey message is happiness. Some people are going to be delivered. Listen, folks, we're going to find out things like, people are going to be asking AI questions like, can you tell me who I was, what I was like? In a past life? What are my ancient parents like? What is my bloodline? What am I connected to? AI is going to tell you. And it's going to shock the shit out of a lot of y'all. But at least you got you some information. It's what you put in it. Some of y'all can become happy, ever after free, and become self-made millionaires overnight. But you end up having to help people because it's not going to be based on dollar bills, how much money you got. I would say between now and the end of next year, if you're going after money, finances, credit, flipping houses, stock market, all this, whatever, your job, however long you've been on your job, I'm telling you, by the end of next year, all that shit's going to change. You're going to have to readjust. Amen. Your approach. You're going to have to readjust moving forward in the future. People who are self-sufficient, self-thinkers, people who know how to follow their divine self, those are going to be the people that benefit in the future. I can't make it up. The Aries, Sag energy, the Temperance, and the Emperor. Right back to where it's almost like you're not going to be able to get away from it, folks. This is the energy you need to be in going forward. Those of us who are in this energy right here, going forward, you're going to be okay. For those of you who feel like, okay, your God is the most powerful God, this is the time for you to be calling on your God. This is the time for you. You need to be calling on your gods now. And then see if your God's going to be there. Because I'm telling you, it's not what you think it's going to be. It's not going to be like that. I promise you. This is unlike anything like the Industrial Revolution. The Industrial Revolution needed bodies. It needed people. This here tech revolution is not going to need people. Not a lot of bodies. But it's going to affect everybody. I was talking to a friend last week, and we were just sitting there talking about how things is going to change, how people are going to react to the changes that's going to take place overnight. Card of Days, the King of Pentacles, having a whole different practical approach on life. And we were just talking. I was like, do you really think that people gonna be ready for this here? I don't think so. The majority, 80% of the people in this country, 80% of the people on the planet is not gonna be prepared and ready for these changes. I'm telling you, you're gonna start seeing changes pop up overnight. They ain't gonna vote on it. None of this. They ain't gonna vote on it or nothing. You just gonna have to go with the flow, folks. I'm telling you now. Because it's not about Republican or Democrat. It's not about your religion or none of that. They are from a government standpoint, they working together. You got, let me tell you something. You got these Congress people and these senators, and so they are not the elite. If the president is a puppet, what do you think they are? They're going to be regular people like me and you. You're going to have entertainers that's going to be broke. You're going to have, listen, for those of you who got gold and silver, get your shit, sit on it, and get the hell out of everybody else's way now. Because if people know you got it, they coming. This is the day and time in terms of High Priestess energy. Keep your shit to yourself and don't say nothing. Don't be out here on social media. I'm telling you. Because you're going to have the haves and you're going to have a whole lot of have-nots. You're going to have a lot of haves. I mean, a very few haves in the future. And a whole lot of have-nots. You're going to have a very few people that's prepared for what's about to take place. You're going to have very few people that's going to know how to unplug from the matrix. Very few people. You should look crazy, man. I remember sharing a dream years ago. It wasn't on social media, with a few people, and just an open discussion. And we was just talking about the future. Not online, just a few folks, maybe less than 10 people. And it was kind of shocking how there was some similarities in everything that everybody was talking about that we agreed on. And then there's this different vision of how, based on my social and whatever, and somebody else's, but the core of us, we knew it. And ever since then, this was probably about almost 20 years ago now, a lot of these individuals, just like myself, we keep in touch. It was just a few of us. I'm not talking about no groupie thing or nothing like that. Just, happen to cross paths outside of social media. And you'll be surprised today how that same mindset sits with us, as well as being prepped. If you got a vehicle and you do not owe anything on it, do not get rid of it. Keep it. If you can, you got a year and a half. But if you can afford a vehicle, don't worry about credit, because all this shit's gonna be reset. In the future, there's gonna be a point system, not credit. They're gonna change it. The government is not gonna operate the way it operates now. So you're gonna have a totally different government. Some of these governments around the world and even in this country stand a chance to being overtaken, because if you don't have people paying into, robots is not going to be paying into Social Security. They're not going to be paying taxes. None of that. The companies are going to exploit this position because there's no regulations. So can you imagine Social Security by the end of next year? Who knows? Because if you lose 25-30% of your labor force, there's no federal taxes. If me and you are not working, what they collecting? From who? To pay for what? And the deficit is already 38 trillion. And now you ain't got no money, no revenue coming in from the government. Everything is artificial. It's like a fairy tale. It's like make believe. So now the government, now everybody is trying to get what they can get before this shit flip and position themselves. I would suggest that you do the same thing. Because nobody have no real visualized 100% outcome on seeing how this shit's gonna end. Everybody's speculating. If you can handle your world, you good. If you have a practical approach, you good. If you have the ability now to say, you know what, let me see how can I sustain and stabilize myself for the near future. What's the near future? Between 9 and 18 months, the end of next year. I promise you, folks, I'm not saying this is speculation. I'm not saying I'm predicting. I'm not saying this is a forecast. I'm telling you, this is reality in terms of the way this here country and this planet is going. There's an all-out war to see who can control the minds of the people. There's an all-out war to see who can have the largest iBot army. China right now is leading the way. They damn near got 100 million of them. You don't even know this here because your news don't want you to know. Your news wants you to be focused on Trump, Democrats, Epstein. That's what they want y'all to be focused on. But behind the scene, now America trying to play catch up. And I told people back in 2010, I wasn't nowhere near no damn social media. This is in physical form. This is doing lectures and live and living color, person physically, telling people, look, by 2000, 26 years ago, in America was losing the race on AI. I call them iBots. This goes all the way back to when they first started doing these lectures and talking and conversations about AI in 1984. A year after I graduated, my year in college. I was still my freshman year, towards the end of my freshman year in college. They talking about AI. Here it is now, 42 years later. Something like that. 52 years, I don't know. And I wouldn't be surprised in America that they got upwards of 15 to 20 million iBots, robots, ready to roll out in terms of defense. Because you got your military, everybody's involved in this shit. So if we looking at around 15, 20 million, and China's right around almost 100 million, so they might outnumber us 4-1 on bots. That means something. It's not so much just that. You got to look at this here shit from an approach of where do you stand in all of this? Fuck them bots. But they gonna have an effect on you now. Because if you don't own shit, I'm telling you, I have a totally different outlook now. It's not a sad outlook. It's more like, okay, if I don't want to be in these zones, because again, you're not, based on the spread, based on the flashcards, I am not going to be crying and boo-hooing over who don't prepare themselves. I can't. You can't be like that in the middle of combat. It's almost like being in a professional sport like NBA or NFL. Okay, somebody dunked on you, posterized you. You can't be sitting up there boo-hooing and crying. Man, they fouled me. They dunked on me. Man, oh, no. You got to say, okay, wait till you get the ball. What you going to do? Go back down there and dunk on them? Okay, so what? Somebody caught a touchdown on you. You can't be who. You got to forget about the last play. When people are going to be falling to the wayside in the near future in terms of not being prepared for this, you ain't going to be able to help everybody. You got to see it. You got to move on. Water will be like gold. I done told y'all this. Gold. If you got any gold, hold on to it. If you got any silver, copper, anything, aluminum, hold on to it. If you own your car, you don't owe shit on it, hold on to it. Eventually it's going to be lawlessness. You ain't going to have no tags. You ain't going to have no insurance. Or people are not going to be giving a damn about it, because if you take away the jobs, it's by every man for himself. It's by any means necessary. It's a survival. That's where we're headed. If I had to right now, I can get up, go get in my vehicle, and get the fuck away. And you ain't got to hear from me no more. Would I care? No. Why? I only know y'all by virtual. Do I have? Do I care about people, humanity, society? Yeah. It's like I've been. It's like wherever you are. I've been sharing the same thing with people since the pulpit. I ain't been in the pulpit 25 years. Now we in it. It ain't coming no more. We're in it. And I see exactly what I saw 25 years ago when I left the pulpit. Whoever your God is, whoever, whoever got power, if that's what you believe in the times in which we are in right now, keep waiting on your God. If your God don't show up between now and the end of next year, all right, that's how he may not come when he wanted, but he's always all right. I don't care who your God is. We talking about physical things. We're not talking about supernatural stuff. Most people don't even know who their God is. They don't even know what a God is. They don't even know who controls the planet. But I bet you're going to find out, you're going to figure out how you're going to eat today. I bet you can't prove that no God put that food in front of you today. You can believe it. Get hungry today. Get hungry in the future. Don't have no water in the future or food in the future. And you ain't got no job. I just told you. Don't believe me. Keep watching AI. Keep watching The Matrix. Keep watching virtual reality. It says AI for a reason. Artificial. What comes to your mind when you hear something artificial? What the first thing you think of when you hear the word artificial? What's the first thing you think of when you hear of intelligence? So if you put together the first thing that you think of when you hear of artificial and the first thing you think of when you hear intelligent, that lets me know that the whole planet is in this rush to see who controls artificial intelligence. Everything is fake. Everything. Reality is artificial. There's going to be very few of us people, listen to me, in the future, that's going to be real. Especially on social media. On social media, TV, radio, whatever you want to call it, a lot of your stars are going to be artificial stars, artificial people. We'll be sitting up here talking about, oh, you heard about that iBot, that robot, uh, Optimus? Hey, what about the one that's called Mercury? Latest shit. They be helping people. There's going to be very few minds that's going to be operating in the realm of reality in just 2 years. Everybody else is going to be chasing AI. What is that? What is AI? Artificial. Fairy tale. Make believe. You think it's real. People are going to be just like this in the 3D now. Listen to me. Relationships, real relationships, are going to be rare in the future. Real human relationships will be rare. Because from a consciousness standpoint, you got 80 to 90% of the planet, the masses, that's still operating in this realm of artificial, fake. This shit looks dark, man. I'd rather be transitioned. That H house that I saw, I'd rather be transitioned. I'd rather be a spirit guide now. I'd rather be. Ain't nothing in me afraid of death, folks. I promise you that. I'd have been shot at too many times. I'd had too many shit. I'd had physical folks me eye to eye with them, pulling triggers and shit, trying to kill me. Motherfuckers sent to kill me. And I'm still here. So I don't fear death. Make it happen. Am I invoking it? Am I asking, come on, kid? No, I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about for me to be sitting around here worried about death. Not one time of a day. Not 1 minute. Because why? That's just the beginning. That's just the beginning. Instantly, to transform what you call death, or to transition. Instantly, you see. Instantly. Right now, it's like a veil in this 3D, because most folks don't know who real. Most people don't trust no one. If you like me, you're not walking around here with a big old trust, wearing this badge, this honor, this armor of trust. Everybody ain't listen. Don't be no fool out here. If a person ain't in front of you and you done met artificially, I don't care how you met. If your ass listen, if I don't see you, I ain't listen. Don't you be me. I'm trying to be careful. I don't want to tell you what to do. Be careful of who you meet on artificial intelligence. What's artificial intelligence? This is virtual reality. This is not real. The only thing real is the person. You. Me. You know you looking at a device. I know I'm looking at a device. I know I'm talking to somebody. I don't know what they hear. I don't even know if they hear me. I just know I'm talking. For those of you who are real and you hear me, and you know you're real, there's getting ready to come a time that your realness is about to be tested against AI. Because every goddamn body else, if you line up 10 people that you know, one you and one other is gonna be real. Every goddamn body else is gonna be AI. Fake. How much you wanna bet? In they real life, they full of shit. Listen, people that's waiting on somebody to come back in the sky and get you, I don't even fuck with these type individuals. On a serious note of me trusting and relying. Because why? When shit hit the feeling, you looking at, hey, please come and get her, please. You waiting on something to come up. And we ain't got a motherfucking thing to eat. And we trying to get, we trying to run from these goddamn robots and shit that's been programmed to just go and kill humans, and you. Now come it now, come it, thou come it now. Man, you got me messed up. All right. If they came and snatched your ass before this shit it's already done took place now. Everything didn't happen. I'd rather be somewhere with somebody, even if it's just a little small group of us. We already know, man, shit about to happen real quick. Y'all ready for this? Y'all ready for this spiritual transformation? Y'all ready for this physical transformation? Y'all know we gonna beam up like Scotty in the Star Trek. There's portals, there's warp, and it's like, so y'all know if they come, they gonna take us out, right? Yeah, okay then, that's good. And then we gonna all meet right back here. As soon as you transition and you unalive to be alive, now you're in reality. Boom. Let's go take care of business. If not, for those of us who are around here in this here times that's coming, you gotta be creative. If you waiting on somebody to come and get you, good. Stay over there with that group. If you feel like your God is the baddest God, stay over there with that group. If you think some blood is gonna cover you during this time frame, stay on over there with that group. If you still believe that one European man is the reason why you here today, stay over there with that group. Stay the fuck away from me. Everybody God great. Don't nobody even know who Allah is. You ain't never seen Allah. You ain't never talked to Allah. You believe you did. You can't prove you talked to Allah. You can't. How Allah look? Ain't nobody never seen God and lived. I've seen gods. I see gods every day and live. I see God alive in me. I see God alive in all of us. I can prove that a God exists in me faster than you can prove that a God exists in the sky. I can prove the God in me. I know that the kingdom of heaven exists in me. I know that I can be the devil. I can be a good person. I can be a bad person. I know all of this here. I know I'd have made some bad decisions. I know I'd have made some good decisions. But I don't believe that I sinned in now time, and now one of those decisions was I sinning. And until then, you got to, what God? All your three religions, Christianity, Islam, Judaism. This is all Phoenician origin. Phoenician from India. The Phoenician language, the Hebrew language, as they call it, derived from the Phoenician language. The Phoenicians was born that was over governments and writing, and so I don't want to even go there. And then some people feel like their God. Some people, the Muslims gonna say, no, Allah is baddest, and his messenger, Muhammad. Some will say, no, God is the baddest, and his son, Jesus, is everybody's God is the baddest. And then you got a group of people out here that's supposed to be God's chosen people, and they the biggest devils on the planet, and God has rejected them. But everybody's supposed to listen to all these different gods, not knowing that all these gods are aliens. They're not from this planet. They sent being, they allowed, whatever you want to call it, you was created. There's some, when it reads what it reads. How about that? It reads what it reads. It reads what it reads. And you just got to figure out which one created you. The sons of God started, it says, hold on. Genesis. Muslims, Jews, Christians, they all acknowledge the Old Testament. Prophets. Genesis. Then God, the word God in Hebrew. This is the English translation. This is King James. This is not the original translation, folks. This is a copy. This is a version. A version. Version. It ain't the original. So it ain't English. It had to be translated from what? Hebrew, Greek. Okay, what's the Hebrew word for God? El. Right here, you will read, then El. God said, let us. Now we making it Elohim. Now that El has turned into Lohim. Elohim. What is Lohim? Meaning many, plural. So now it's saying, then El, Lohim, let us make man in our, plural, Lohim. That's the Hebrew translation, the origin. And our, plural, Lohim, many gods here. More than one. Let us. You read it in English, but that's Father, Son, Holy Spirit. That ain't what it said. Translate it to the origin. Translate it like you're supposed to. What is the Hebrew word for God? El. What is the Hebrew? Let us make man. That's many gods. Lohim. Elohim. Many gods. It's telling you here. Let's make them. Let's make man. That's a clone. Genetic modification. This is astrotheology. These are alien beings doing this. After our likeness. Not only they look like us, let's make us some humans, some people. That's what it's saying. That's what the gods are saying. They look like us and act like us. So how do they look and how do they act? Well, if it's many gods, you got to figure out which one is responsible for you. If not, all of them did this shit together. And guess what? If we act like them, not they act like us, we act like them. So that means a lot of them was evil. Why? Because it's evil from the time that they got their asses down here, start creating these humans. Some of these guys is evil. How I know that? We act like them. How I know? A lot of folks, you can look at folks and tell folks that look evil. But what the fuck is going on here? So when somebody tell me about their God, I say, okay, which one? God is nothing but a title. It's not even the shit that's watered down. Which one? The God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, well, he rejected his folk to this very day for killing his boy, for letting the Roman. That's why the Roman Empire, if you want to go about it like that, metaphorically speak. Okay, so some God said, okay, for killing my son, then what I'm gonna do to y'all? That's fine. Somebody said Jesus is my father. God, hold on. Listen to this here, what this person say. Now this is what, listen. Jesus Christ is my father. God and the Holy Spirit. But they say 1977, Demon Slayer. I ain't gonna mess with that. I ain't scared of that person, but Zeus, Jesus, Jesus, Zeus. Christ is consciousness. Zeus is a person. Christ is consciousness. Zeus is a person. God is you. Christ is consciousness. Zeus, Jesus, Zeus, Yehus, whatever, is a person. Christ is consciousness. You God. If you want to know which God made you, go find out. Listen. Card today, King of Pentacles. More practical approach, folks. In the age of AI, if you, okay, folks gonna be messing around, they can watch for style. All right. You can use AI and find out what what's the hottest stock gonna be in for March. They done put that shit in the system. They done created a beast. Now you can go out and make you a whole lot of money by just dealing with AI. I used to think when they first come out with the internet years ago, I remember this shit. And I remember in the pulpits all over the country, all around the world, right? And they were saying how the internet was gonna be the beast, and it was gonna be the Antichrist and the man of sin, the mark of the beast, and all of this and that and the other. Now everybody, even the same preachers that's still around, they were on the internet. Is the internet a beast? There's good and evil in everything. There's positive and negative in everything. If you take AI and apply it for what it is to you, not what they intended for it to be, you can go out and make some money until the end of next year. I ain't bullshit. Let me tell you something. I got so much shit playing. It's crazy. For me, not to prove nothing to nobody, but to keep me in this mindset to know that, hey, Ivory, you're gonna be dealing with a lot of fake ass damn people and energies going forward. Why? Because everybody is gonna be down with AI, some form of fashion. Everybody gonna be looking for that edge. And for those of us who are not creative and who have not been quote unquote whatever it can, you're gonna be the one Only what I do for me, not what I do for somebody else. Some people like to say only what you do for Christ is gonna last. That's bullshit. I prove that to myself. I didn't need nobody to prove that to me. I proved that to myself. Only what I do for somebody else that I cannot prove that ever physically exists. Only what I do for Christ is going. That's a lie. What I do for myself, right? That's what's gonna last. Yeah, energy cannot be created nor destroyed. Only transferred. Therefore, we don't die. Of course. So why am I waiting on somebody? If I believe the Jesus story, then that means that I'm waiting to die. After death come the judgment. It's all astro theology. The Son of Mankind is over your head outside right now. It is not a person. Those 12 constellations up there are your disciples. It's his disciples. It is not, it's literature. It's not a story that actually is what you. I'm just being honest with you. The only way I can explain it to you without going into a lot of depth is without the sun. Listen, without that sun outside, you ain't here. I don't care what your God is. I don't care who you can call your God whatever. You can call whatever. He got a son, a daughter, and all that. If that sun ain't out there, you through. Just like everybody else. Now that's a fact. You ain't got to believe that. That's a fact. Ain't nobody got to tell you that. You can ask yourself that. Man, I wonder what happened if the sun don't shine this morning, don't come up. I wonder what'll happen if it don't come up for 3 days straight. Which God? Program. You program. You program. You can believe it. That's all right. Demon Slayer. You program. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. There's if Jesus Christ was the only way, and if Jesus Christ was watching over you and everybody else in this whole planet, and He's God in the flesh, why is it so fucked up down here? Why he can't stop shit? Why can't dude stop anything? Can't destroy anything, can't kill anything. Done took the keys from the devil, done defeated death, the grave, done defeated hell, and everybody dying still, going through hell, they say, and death is running rampant, it's evil. Nobody can't help the slaves on the slave boat. Can't, before Jesus, it was Horus. Before Horus, now you got Krishna. Everybody has say there was what? 13, 17 saviors, 13, 17 crises, 13, 17 Trinity stories, 13 to 7. It just goes on and on and on and on and on and on and on. You cannot put creation. You cannot put this universe. You cannot put history. You cannot put everything, God, the universe, and everything in 66 books, folks. You can't. He. Where's the feminine? So the universe ain't got nothing to. So the universe is the oldest teaching on this here planet. On all planets, the universe, headed by the sun, is the oldest teachings, knowledge on this planet. I ain't got to forgive. I ain't got to do a damn thing. So people can listen. This is what the card of the day. See, where is that? Seeing the world, a whole different. Listen, you cannot put everything that has ever happened on this planet and in the universe in 66 books. The people who gave you this, people don't like to look at that. The people who wrote this is paper. Somebody wrote this. Now, if you want to believe that the people that wrote this here is telling it was called, sent, whatever you want to call it, by some god in the sky somewhere, got a big old throne and say, hey, look, hey, you over there, hey, you faggot, hey, you, King James, come here. I need you. I got an assignment for you. I want you to take your faggot behind and I want you to get together some folks like you and go to Cambridge and go to Oxford University and find us some student scholars and some transfers, some translators and some scholars, some teachers at Cambridge and Oxford University. I want you to gather up one of your lovers, the Duke of Somerset. I want you to gather up Shakespeare, and I want y'all to get together, and then I want y'all to write this here book. I'm gonna give y'all authorization. I'm gonna give y'all the authorization, and you believe that. You can keep on believing that. Go on, believe it. That's fine. If that's what you want to believe. If you want to believe that, then that means that you got to explain why your God. See, everybody love their God when it comes to this book. But why did your God let his sons, whether you call them, they wasn't fallen angels, but why did your God, not mine, let his sons come down here and force themselves on women, melanated women, and have these babies and get married and then turn around and call the men that was down here evil, and they get the same God that let his sons do this shit. Marry the daughter men, have children, take as many as they wanted, force, rape. And your God just sit back and do nothing. And his son and his Holy Ghost, they all sit back and watch this shit happen. And nobody still ain't did shit. And people, you want to believe, that's what your book say now. That's what your book say. I don't even debate. If you've been to seminary at least twice, like me, we can sit down and talk. If you've pastored, if you whatever for years like me, we can talk, have a conversation. And then if you no longer believe that, we can sit down and have a conversation. Other than that, I'm not gonna sit down with nobody who's still stuck on the other side. They can't see beyond that. They can't see beyond these here 66 books. And then they don't accept the fact what happened in these same 66 books. John never existed. Why would I be trying to explain something about John? He physically never existed. Better yet, explain. You want me to explain 536? I want you to prove that John lived. I ain't got to have no balls to debate. Go, this your beliefs. You don't you think that by now you supposed to be able to prove? Well, you go prove John is real. Okay, does y'all want to do that? I like having fun like this here. I did this shit so many damn times. I ain't going no 5 to 36. I'm just going to show you this. What it say? Hold on. You want to... He want me to prove something about John. Look, the gospel. Most folks you don't know what gospel means. The gospel according to. It didn't say the gospel of John. According. That's his story. Now we got in the beginning was the word. Hold on. Nobody gonna be debating this here. The gospel according to Matthew. Matthew didn't write this. He didn't write it. These ain't real people. Mark, the gospel according to. There were no European living in. None of these people even existed when the Bible was written. If you want to believe that somebody had a vision in a cave and came up with Islam, that's fine. I don't tell people not to believe. You can believe whatever you want to believe. The gospel according to. Most people say the gospel mean good news. No, it don't. Okay. If you're going to go buy this here book with these 66 books in them, at least try to get a more authentic version than King James. What's wrong with the Ethiopian version? What's wrong with 81, 88, 81 books as opposed to 66? What's wrong with getting it from the people that have and probably still do have what y'all call the Ark of the Covenant? What's wrong with having... You ain't even got the book of Enoch in here. You ain't even got the book of Jubilee. There's so many. You just got a little something. Melchizedek. First thing you got to do is you got to figure out who the God is. See, people get caught up in the characters. People get caught up in the characters, titles, names. First, go find out who the God is. Damn the characters. Damn the names. Go find out. Everybody got a book. Let me ask y'all something. Which one do y'all think is the oldest? Books or universe? Which one of y'all think is the oldest? Books or the universe? Which one of y'all think is the oldest? Books or the sun? Books or the moon? Books or Mars? Books or stars? Books or planets? Books or moons? Books or galaxies? Books or this? Books or that? Books was that. Everything you need to know about you and creation is within you or it's in the universe, not in a book. I ain't found me in these books yet. You are not going to find yourself here. Your life is not in here. Life is not in here. What you need to know about you is inside of you. It's not in here, I promise you. What you need to know about you has been time-stamped in the form of your birth chart, your Akashic records, and your stardust, your star seed, your ether, your 666. You are not going to find yourself in here. You're not going to find your history in here. You're not going to find your parents in here. You're not going to find, quote unquote, your God in here. You're not. I promise you. I promise you. And I'm just being, let me tell you something. If nothing else, when it comes to Christianity and Islam, I was a devout Muslim and a devout Christian. I can speak for those two. Reason why I didn't go the Hebrew route in terms of wanting to know more about is because, number one, if you're gonna go that route and say we the true chosen Jews and so on, so okay then, so basically if you're taking the narrative to say this or that and the other. Now, as far as if I'm gonna go and accept anything, I'm gonna deal with Ethiopian Bible. I'm gonna deal with the ThAnkhs. I'm gonna deal with the 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 Coptics. I'm gonna deal with the Egyptian text. I'm gonna accept that. I accept what's in stone first before I accept what has been written on paper. Paper is so easily, man, they've used papers and signatures and papers and stories, papers. They've tricked us so many times with papers, with laws signed on papers and documents and sayings. I'm not with it. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. For those that still catching up with it, I don't debate the Bible. The universe is older than any book. The universe can tell you more about yourself. It's just simple as that. First, you got to know. First of all, how did you get here? Because if you think that you got here because of one man and one woman, that's it. I can't do it. I'm just being honest with you. I don't speak for everybody. I speak for me, self. I can't. There's other people out there like me. We may not agree to everything, agree about everything, but one thing we can agree on is this here. This is this is the you ain't getting the whole truth. This is man. I don't have a sign. I'm all 13. If you talking about zodiac, I'm all 13. I'm also the sun. I'm also the moon. I'm also all the planets. I'm Chiron. I'm all of that. I'm Venus. I'm all of that. I'm Pisces. I'm Aries. I'm Gemini. I'm everybody. I'm everybody. I'm all the signs. It don't make no difference what the zodiac sign is. I'm everybody. You know, I get trollers. I enjoy the trollers. I enjoy people who think they know me. I be having family, exes, people I don't fuck with, I ain't fuck with in years. That comes to this your channel. I've got people that they done got. I mean, it's with me, my life is simple. Stay the fuck away from me as much as you can. Remember now, this is AI. We on virtual. I know I'm real, but how you see me, I might be AI. I might be artificial. Shit, I don't know how you see me. I don't know how this is shit coming across your devices. I just know I'm real. That's the only thing I can say. I'm real. And in my world, King of Pentacles, in my world, Hangman, I have a totally different perspective on things. There's no hate. I don't. There's no debate. Why would I debate about what somebody believes? If you came to this here live stream and your God was this, and your God had a son, or your God had a messenger, or your whatever, when this live stream is over with, you're gonna still have your same gods and messengers and sons and children. Ain't shit I can say. Most people that comes to any tarot channel, they're not coming. If you come in with this here mindset of it's based on what your God has already told you, you come in with a mindset of religion, you've missed it. You've missed the whole purpose. This shit will have you all crazy out here. Well, I'm not competing. You ain't gotta believe shit I say, what I say. The disclaimer tells you I'm here for these things and these things only. Information. What's information? Shit. Any damn thing. God damn it. Information. Hold on. Let me find y'all some information. There goes some information. If I told you information about what's in this book, if I shared with y'all some stuff out of this book, that's the information. All I shared with you was some information in that book. You ain't got to change your religion. You ain't got to change what you believe. You ain't got to change your God. Nothing. All I did was show you some information. Houston Business Journal. Just information. Hey, y'all ever heard of this here company called Arin? ARIN? Did you know that they have architectural product? That's what they in the business of doing. You ever heard of intuitive machines? So I'm just giving you some information. That's it. Don't change your religion, man. Don't change your God. Keep your God. Keep your religion. I'm just here to bring you some information. I'm here to clarify as a messenger. Clarify. I'm just here to confirm what you already know intuitively. You just need to know how to listen to your higher self. I ain't telling you shit that you don't already know, or I ain't telling you nothing that you don't have access to know. It's just that for people come, they come for various reasons. Right? And mixed with a little entertainment. That's it. See, you ain't have to change your God. You ain't have to believe shit I say. You ain't have to believe nothing. You ain't have to do nothing. You ain't got to do nothing. You ain't have to change your clothes. You didn't have to walk a fine line. You didn't have nothing. All you know is your ass came here for them damn cards. And you know it. You ain't come to hear me talk. You don't even believe what I'm talking about. That's good. Y'all came here for them damn cards. Came here for them cards. You don't give a shit about what I'm talking about. Them damn cards. All you know is that Waldo been giving you some problems. Ivory, you need to talk about Waldo. No, I don't. I'm trying to tell you now. Watch this here. Watch this here. Watch this here. Hey, I can't have no fun. I ain't been around here in about 3 or 4 days. You can't stop me from having fun. Hold on. Look what y'all came for. Let me show y'all what y'all come for. Spirit, give me a zodiac. Spirit, God. Hey man, look. Hey man, say man, look. I come here. This. You supposed to come here to get laid back, chill with your boy. Be taking all this shit so serious. You know, I don't know you. Y'all come here for them cards. Y'all come here for them yaks. Spirit, give me one. Watch this here. Spirit, give me one yak. Give me one yak. One yak for somebody. Watch this here. Gemini. Oh, yep, I was a Gemini. He was a Gemini. She was a Gemini. They was the Gemini. You owned it something. You owned it something now. That what y'all came for. You don't give a fuck about me. Ooh. Let me show you what you came. We done. We chilling now. I ain't chill with y'all in about 3 or 4 days. Watch this here. Spirit, what we need to know about this Gemini. You know what y'all came for. Yeah. What we need to know about the Gemini. Page of Sword, Page of Pentacles, upside down. Greed, lazy, gold digger. No, don't want to commit. Don't want to be stable. That's what we need to know about the Gemini. That's what I asked. That's what you come here for. Watch this here. What we need to know about this lazy ass, non-committal ass Gemini. They going through something. Well, they did you like this here. But they lying, lazy. Whoever is over with. We past 9, now them 10. Do what you came for. Most people don't give a damn about me. All I got, let me show y'all how I know. Let me give you the reality, not the make-believe. Let me show y'all how I know. I look in the bucket. That's how I know who support me. So I know you ain't come here for me. Ain't shit in the bucket, but what I put in there. Come here for these damn cards. You give a damn about what I'm talking about. You give a damn about me. So I don't have no problem with coming here. Shoot your best shot. So we got a Page of Pentacles. What we need to know about this Gemini. That's what y'all come here for, the yaks. You could have found out something about, or Gemini could have found out the reason why somebody was codependent, lazy, dependent on their family, betrayed by their family. What they got to do with you? I'm asking about the Gemini. What do we need to know about the Gemini? I'm just trying to show y'all why y'all come here. So keep religion out of this. I don't care if you're a Gemini Muslim, Christian, Gemini Hebrew, Gemini Buddha, Gemini Krishna, Gemini Gnostic, Gemini whoever. Don't want to be Gemini spirituality, whatever. Look at this. Confused. Somebody don't know what happened. There's a Gemini out here who they know what happened, but they don't know why. They don't know why. What we need to know about this Gemini, give me one card, Spirit. What else we need to know? That's just a pre-shuffle. That's just to get things jump started. What do we need to know about this Gemini? The damn sure Gemini. We need to know that these are about perspectives again. Hangman. There's somebody that had to see that there's a family member or somebody close to you, Gemini. They could be a fellow Gemini, right? that you're going to have to not have no emotions when you're confronted with this person. When you find out a page or why something didn't happen between you or somebody else or a family member, or why something happened good for somebody else or their family, whatever the case is, you're going to know why. And when you find out, that's all you need to know. The truth is going to set you free. What else we need to know about this Gemini bottom? I can't make the truth is going to set you free. You're going to have a totally different outlook, a totally different perspective. This is perspectives. This is perspective. So whoever you are, if you're a Gemini, when it comes to family, friends, or a lover, somebody that hurt you, betrayed you, you're going to find out why they did it, and you're going to have a totally different outlook, a totally different perspective, non-emotional when dealing with this person. That's how I'm going to start doing these things. What Christian denomination? I'm not, none of them. I'm going to retitle this channel. Ivory's Raw Non-Religious Tarot. Ivory's Raw Non-Religious Tarot. I don't know why y'all think a religion got to do with anything with the universe. What religion got to do with planets? What religion got to do with Waldo? What religion got to do with a damn king of sword? What religion got to do with a hangman? What religion's got to do with Venus, Jupiter, Mars? Think about that shit. That'll let you know who got their head on straight and who ain't. There's a Gemini. You about to find out what happened. Whether this betrayal had to do with family, friends, or that doesn't matter who betrayed who. The fact of the matter, you're going to find out who betrayed you. Once you find out, you're going to have a totally different perspective on when you're dealing with this person. Y'all came for the cards. The sacrifice, the disengagement you have with this person or whoever this here is, that's it. You're going to have a totally different perspective, Gemini, when it comes to this person. The lovers, Gemini. Somebody got a totally different perspective on a decision, head over heart decision that they made when choosing somebody else over you. They got a totally different perspective. I can go and start a whole nother reading, a whole nother soul journey. See? Whole totally different perspective. So we got a Capricorn here. We got a Gemini. We got a Pisces. Let me tell this to y'all. Tarot is easy for me because it's 3D. One thing that most people that come and watch tarot, one thing that people come and watch tarot, they don't come with religious mindset as the number one reason why they watch tarot. Number one reason why most people watch tarot is for the things that I spelled out in the beginning. They want some information about something or somebody. They want clarification about something or somebody. They want confirmation about something or somebody. Or they come here to listen to my crazy ass entertain them. That's why I do it the way I do it. Those that are real, we're going to keep it real. We're going to connect. outside of the matrix, outside of the box. I can't help. This is general. Ain't none of this personal. So I have fun with it. When it comes to religion, check your religion at the door when you're dealing with me. I believe, if you want to go believe, I don't care what your religion is. All of it has something to do with a different God. When it comes to the human form, when it comes to religion, everybody is being controlled, with the exception of those who are not religious. I ain't say I'm atheist. I believe in a higher power. I believe in higher source. I believe in higher deities. I believe that I am connected to an ancient bloodline that also is cosmic in origin as well as earthly. I know that. I know that. I know that I have alien DNA. I know ain't no Adam, ain't no one man and no one woman and no God responsible for me being here. That I do know. I'm not going to debate that. But what am I here for? As a messenger. Just tell y'all the truth, folks. That's it. Keep doing what you're doing. That's all I tell you. Keep doing what you're doing. It's going to pay off. If you waiting on somebody, they got some stuff that they got to complete before they get back with you. And some of y'all has been in this stuck position waiting. Why? Because you ain't heard from them. Why? Their ass is busy somewhere else. Whether they're Gemini or not. I'm gone. There are going to be some changes. And I know I've been going now for 2 hours, but I'm here. Hey, one day you may have to deal with me for 2 minutes, 12 minutes. There's going to be some changes. There's going to be some changes because I have to adjust to the energy that's out there, that's out here. And the energy that's out here is total transformation. I can't be worried about this and that and the other. You know what? I can do more to help people. One-on-one, me. I'd rather go out like I used to do. Pop my trunk of my car. I don't need no government, no grants. I don't need public support unless somebody just want, you know what I'm saying? And you take it out, I take it as an approach. Okay, God, universe, spirit, source, higher power, right? I just do what I can do. And just pop my trunk. Hey, here goes some food for somebody. Get it out until I run out. Hey, I got some clothes. Go to that same spot. Like I'm fishing. And just help. I don't need no buildings, none of that. That's what my mindset is. Because if you waiting on people and relying on people these days of time to support you in anything, you're going to be waiting. But when you take the action, when you get in that emperor energy, you go out and create it yourself. When you in that empress energy, you go out and you create it yourself. You're not waiting on nobody. The emperor and the empress ain't waiting on no damn body. They just gonna go do it. They not looking. The emperor don't need no. The emperor or the empress, you ain't got to feed into their ego. That's empress and emperor in reverse. You ain't got to pat them on good job, emperor. What have you. When you in this alpha, feminine, alpha, masculine energy, it's not so much you just don't care. It's just that you're so focused on the bigger picture. You're so focused on, man, hey, it's like, what am I? I mean, Spirit, if I'm looking at a tarot from a tarot perspective, universe, what energy do I embody? Where am I at this point in time? Spirit, you in this Emperor energy. You just ain't got time for the bullshit. Emperor ain't got time for the bullshit. Empress ain't got time for the bullshit. You ain't gonna say you ain't explaining nothing. You in that energy. You ain't explaining. You just doing. Somebody said, well, why you start doing this here? You might give him the middle finger. I don't know. Cause why? You doing it. None of your business. Ain't nobody lift no hand to help you. Ain't nobody gave you no pennies to help you. Why they worry about how you doing what you doing? That's the energy going forward, folks. Is when people stop caring about what people want, what people think, how people think about you. You're going to get to the point. You don't care. Pisces season. Pisces season coming up. Next 30 days. Pisces season. You'll be the next one. Right? Tomorrow we'll start that. I appreciate everybody stopping by. We're getting close to this here end of the year, folks. The real new year is upon us. The real new year is upon us. And this here particular cycle is about to end. Whatever year, it's not 2025, y'all. It's not 2026, rather. I'm telling you, the calendars are all fucked up. So you just go along with just being honest with you. But as far as from an astrological standpoint, you go outside right now, you started seeing things, plants budding. You start seeing things look different. You start seeing grass getting a little greener, budding up in your yard. You starting to see trees, start getting little buds. You start seeing more birds. You start seeing more insects, right? People are going out planting gardens. You see all of this here, right? It's just as simple as that. All right, let me get out of here. We'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.